It is a Nintendo Powercast, episode 419. I'm your host, N64 Josh. Crawler, what's up, dude?
I put down my controller for you. That's how good it is.
That is not your intro. We're gonna have to start over.
Coming
Start the
at
show
you.
over. Oh, there we go.
How's it
All
going?
right.
Crawler coming at you. There it is.
There we go. Johnny, what's happening?
What's going on? This is Tears of the Kingdom Cast 2.
That's right. Still keeping it as spoiler free as possible. We make it minor spoilers. We'll see. Cheesy, how are you?
What's going on, cheese curds?
Well, guys, before we jump into this, of course, head on over to the Discord, n64josh.com/Discord. We would love to chat games with you. The Cheesy and Johnny have communication error going strong, and I just saw a clip where Cheesy's never played Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah.
The show. How can you call
you've never
yourself a
played
Nintendo fan?
I've never played it, Crawler, and yeah, it's been a hard truth to just hold back all these years. But actually, you know what? It feels good because now I can. It's fine. It's fine. I see Jedi Master said shame in the chat. It's okay. I'm gonna play it.
It's like a 3-hour game. So I've never seen
that's too long for me.
I've never seen Wally. And so I could watch Wally while you're playing Super Mario Bros. 3.
But you get the best way to play it, which is on the Switch, the Game Boy Advance game, which it's not a 3-hour game. It's almost two games because you have all the e-reader levels.
E-reader levels.
Also.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, Car Gaming says John has never seen Wall-E. I agree.
I'm an adult. I was a full-blown adult when that movie came out.
He was a whole adult when it.
I was a whole person.
That went and saw the Mario movie at midnight, or whatever.
Yes.
No,
I was ashamed.
I'll play Super Mario Bros. 3. I'll probably play the original
all right,
too.
so not only was it Super Mario Bros. 3, it was Super Mario Bros. 2 and 3.
For what?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's fine. I'll play
You
them.
haven't played 2 either.
No, I have played
2,
the original. Like that's
That's I mean that's a news point right now. Like all the Game Boy Advance backwards naming Mario games are coming to Nintendo Switch Online.
They're there.
You can
they're
explain
not
that to
doing
me
that
because
today?
I don't
I'm not doing
understand
Switch that's not Zelda. So
the way that they are named though. Like what is it that we're looking at? I don't get it.
it's
I
the order in
think the
which
guy
they published
that
them, or they
I think the guy that
republished
named him went to work for Xbox and named their systems.
Because what they just went live like tonight, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a few minutes ago, or like probably an hour ago.
software update right now. It's download.
So that's been
Yeah,
nice seeing new games, from Nintendo Switch Online, right?
And three of them too.
I'm so glad they wasted the month of when Tears of the Kingdom came out because like nobody's gonna play these games until at least a month or two from now, maybe if ever.
July.
What about when Oracle and Ages of Seasons come out? Will you pick those up?
I will, yeah.
I mean, not pick them up, but I mean, pick them up and play them. Will you actually play them, or just have them in your collection?
In
I'll play 'em.
appreciation of Zelda, you'll just continue what you're doing.
Yeah.
This feels.
Yeah,
like
by
a lie.
then I might have the third temple done. Who knows?
Okay, so before we get started, where can people connect with you?
You can come shame me for cheating in Zelda on the Discord.
Shame.
Shame.
I bet you time traveled in Animal Crossing too.
Yes, I did to build a few things. Yeah.
There was also a duplication glitch in Animal Crossing when
I don't
that
think I did
released.
that.
I bet you did that too.
What I don't even what did you need to duplicate?
Wasn't that like you had to spin it around?
You could duplicate crowns and sell them for $1.5 million each.
People are duplicating like the Animal Crossing Switch in the game because those are worth like a lot of. Well, I think they were also selling them for
Can't you
real
just-
money.
You could just go to somebody's island that had it, right, and just buy it from their store. I think that's what I did.
Yeah, but if you want all those extra bells, somebody gave me a lot of crowns. Shout out to Super Nintendo. I never did the glitch, but
So yeah, you can come
But-
yell at me for that.
so the
but
glitch
I
is
think,
super
I think 90%
easy.
of the people playing this game are doing it because it's stupid easy to do.
if everybody jumps
yeah.
off a cliff crawler, are you gonna jump off too?
Well, that's
how
what
you
you have
do
to
it.
do
You
to
jump
do
off
the
a cliff.
duplication glitch.
That's how, especially bomb. If you want to do bomb flowers, you have to jump off a bridge because you have to do it in the water. Otherwise, you'll blow yourself up.
How do people figure this stuff out? I mean,
I don't know. It kept getting easier and easier throughout the week last week. Like it used to be, it had to be the last item in your inventory, and you had to have a single item as well, and you could only duplicate 4. And then like 2 days later, it's like
now you
it
just
can be
duplicate
anywhere
everything.
in your inventory, and you just hold them and you drop them with Y and B, and then you go back in and you're done. That's how you do it. Just Y
So
and B, Y and B.
I also have done it because I did not feel like farming
Shame.
certain materials.
What a hypocrite.
But I haven't done it a lot, but I have done it to like upgrade my armor.
Yeah, that's what I'm mainly doing it for: rupees and armor upgrades, because the fairies are greedy.
Did you guys see Buffalo Bill's TikTok account did a Tears of the Kingdom video, and they did the duplication glitch?
Oh, the
It
bills?
was-
yeah.
Yeah,
I saw
it was
that.
just like
When you've
them.
been playing too much Tears of
Oh,
the Kingdom. and you're at
Buffalo
work.
Bills.
Yeah.
Okay, like the
I
football
thought
team.
you were
got
making like somebody up, and I was like, I don't know who.
Yeah, it's
Buffalo
just
What
Bill
the
the
is.
heck
streamer-
is Buffalo Bill?
Streamer Buffalo Bill.
You mean Pecos, Bill? Johnny, where can people connect with you?
I'm Johnny Bo everywhere. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram. Did I miss one? TikTok. And and Communication Air podcast with Cheesy.
And that has socials as well, yeah?
It does, yeah. It's everywhere.
There you go. And Cheesy, where can people connect with you?
You can find me on TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, Discord, CheezyC64, CheeZyC64, and on the podcast Communication Era with Johnny.
Love it. Guys, I was just on a episode of the Mulehorn Gaming Podcast. You can go check that out. Me and Nady Nay were on there with Mule and Thaddeus. And we mostly talked about PlayStation.
I do have something to say about that.
Okay.
Mulehorn doesn't like Zelda, and that is just not allowed.
Did you guys talk about that at all?
Everything he spoke on Zelda was positive.
Well, I listened to last week's, and he talked about how he didn't care about Zelda. He doesn't like the weapon breaking.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I heard him talk about that too. Was it like on a live stream or something? I can't remember.
It was on one of the show. Maybe he was talking about it on live stream as well, but it was definitely on the one show.
I see. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, I was over there and we talked mostly the PlayStation event, which I didn't even watch. I just had fun memeing with the PlayStation Project Q. And yeah. Before we jump into Zelda, let's talk Project Q a little bit, or just that. I mean, even if you guys want to talk a little bit about the showcase, but any thoughts right off the bat? Cheesy, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it was okay. I would give it like a C, I think. It's hard when you're watching, I think, a PlayStation showcase, because all games kind of start to look the same after a while, and I get like that's their audience. That's their audience. Where it's like Nintendo, yeah, you kind of have the same colorful kind of, I don't know, characters, I guess, but each game that they show is a
Wait,
different...
whoa.
All right, what? I can't even finish my damn sentence.
I know. No, because I wanted to bring this up when you were talking because you forgot about it. They ripped off Splatoon.
They did have a Foam Star, that's a game called Foam Stars by Square Enix. I honestly take that as a compliment, because I think it shows how big Splatoon has gotten, and they want to capture that same audience. There are some things in Foam Stars that I would like to see in Splatoon, so that's kind of cool. I don't know. I think that in general, it just starts to get repetitive, and then even though VR is something that they are trying to make happen, it just, I don't know how people are playing VR games. Like, are they not getting headaches? I mean, like, I think I would get motion sickness.
I've never tried it, so I don't know.
I mean, my VR experience was with a piece of cardboard, so
And did you get motion sickness?
I don't think it was very blurry. I could not see.
Yeah, that screen only goes up to 720p. So
So, I mean, like, they had Snake, which was cool, but it's like, it was kind of expected just as a remake or a remaster.
Was it though? I don't know.
I mean,
Are tho-
but it's
I
like,
wonder if those are even going to be able to come to the Switch.
The 1, 2 was it?
Yeah,
But
Hmm.
not the remake of 3.
not the remake.
No.
Because they're re-releasing the originals, right?
Yeah.
yeah, and like a 3-pack or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man is so cool. I mean, like, it's amazing how that game looks, and I don't have a PlayStation, but I've said it before. I feel like I would get a PlayStation for Insomniac. Like, they make solid games, and they know it.
That's pretty much
They
why
do,
I bought a
though.
PS
I mean,
that's
they're
mainly
very
why I bought a
confident.
PS4 was for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I just don't think like I'll probably buy Spider-Man 2, but I won't finish it
You won't finish
because
it?
Tears of the Kingdom has just ruined every open world game ever.
I need to go finish Miles Morales because I like just stopped playing because I didn't want it to end. Even though after you finish it, you usually get to go back out in the world and do stuff or whatever. I put it off because I didn't want it to end. So I need to go back and finish that because I think I'm at the end fight. That's how it was with God of War as well. The first one, the 2016.
I think it's fun. I think each showcase is getting better, and they are trying to work on pacing. It's just
It was
there's
an
something.
hour and 15 minutes long.
Well, yeah, I mean it was supposed to be what, 40 minutes, and then with Spider-Man at the end, was the longest of the show.
Without a release date still.
Yeah. But I don't think we mentioned that last week. We were talking about Tears of the Kingdom and Starfield being like the top games of the year. Spider-Man 2.
I mentioned Spider-Man.
Oh, did you? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think the charm is with Nintendo, or what's the secret sauce that they have hit that Xbox and PlayStation can't seem to figure out? Like, they're getting better at it, but it's still not there when they are presenting their games.
Has Nintendo hit it? Nintendo's gotten. I think we've ripped Nintendo apart the last like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I think they're very like sterile now. Like, they don't have much personality. It's like, here's a game, here's a game, here's another game,
Here's a montage.
here's some random dude that introduces a game. Like, it's not. I feel like back when they first started, it was there was a lot more personality,
Mm.
but now it's just
I wonder, do you think that
a
they're
bunch of
afraid?
trailers.
Do you think they're afraid of trying to recapture the magic of Iwata and Reggie and Miyamoto, like the three of them together, that they don't even want to try? Or maybe that's like something that they don't even want to touch because that was like Iwata's thing.
I mean, that was in the Wii U era, so we know how that happened. We know what worked. What
I mean, I think Nintendo's probably working on the next thing. Everyone's copying Nintendo from 5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and they're probably working on the next way to present it. PlayStation has gotten kind of. They have these different levels of what you were supposed to expect. Everything I've heard over the last day and a half or whatever from the showcase was this was the first showcase that was kind of disappointing, because showcase in everyone's mind and what they've done in the last 2 years with showcases, or three years, however long they've been doing this now, is it's big tentpole stuff, dates, big games, a lot of stuff. Like Spider-Man was the only thing kind of holding this thing up, and it it didn't really land as well as it could have. And then they have their state of plays, which have kind of been iffy at best, kind of what we expect when we see like the indie directs or some of the other stuff. So you have expectations going in, but when these things are announced, everyone kind of starts building stuff in their head. Whereas I think everything is a little more expected and potentially leaked when it came to like the E3 presentations that were live events that were subjected to rehearsals and people seeing stuff and a whole bunch of other people that went into production of all that kind of stuff. So there was more, this is what we're going to see everyone. And then when they could pull off a big surprise, that was really cool. But I'm excited for what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it's going to be. Xbox is, I think, going to do a actual stage show, aren't they? With their showcase or
And
whatever it's called. I don't know
They
what it's
showed
called.
something today about it's going to be in theaters or something too. I got an email or something. I was like, "What is
really?
this? Like, what is this about?" Like,
We also don't know if Nintendo will do something.
I don't
in
think they will.
June.
I think we're getting through Pikmin and then we're going to maybe hear something, but I don't know.
I don't know.
What,
I mean,
man, they're gonna give May to Zelda, right? Came out
in
in
June.
May. No,
Maybe
I'm saying
we'll get a
they're
Tetris
giving
99
May-
theme. Are we going to get a Tetris 99 theme to go do?
So May was Zelda month. June, they're gonna come back with a direct, reveal the Nintendo Switch 2, and then
Yeah, keep going.
and then that comes out this fall with a new Mario game and Mario Kart 9. So
Wow.
guaranteed.
Wow.
They
heard it
still have,
here
like,
first.
2 more waves to get through with Mario Kart 8.
Then they're gonna sell Mario Kart 8 Deluxe
Deluxe.
plus
Yeah.
Knuckles.
I talked about it today on the Nintendo News Minute. Like, I wonder if we only see DLC going forward. And they also, in their Business Wire today, mentioned Animal Crossing.
Why?
In what? What was this?
Because in the Business Wire, the email, like their news email that goes out every Thursday for their digital, for their download, like the Nintendo download,
Yeah.
and Animal Crossing Museum Day, the digital spotlight is the Animal Crossing Museum Day is today. You can get your stamps in your museum. I'm like, why is this going, like,
Well, that dog's Twitter account is still working, isn't it? I mean,
it is
every day.
Isabel's tweeting, but I'm like, Smash doesn't see any love. Mario Maker, nothing. You know,
Mario Maker needs help.
Mario Party sold well enough for some DLC, but nada. And here's Animal Crossing in the. Granted, it's a slow news week, but I mean, like, why are they still talking about it? I think they have. My theory is this: that we're going to see nothing but DLCs up until the end of the year. Maybe one more game, maybe, and it will by the end of this, after this holiday, they announce the new Switch or Switch Pro, whatever that is. Then Tears of the Kingdom Deluxe comes out. You know, Mario Kart Deluxe squared, like Johnny was saying, right? The exact.
Was that was
If they
Metroid, was Metroid 4 Prime 4 delayed January of 18?
I think it was 19.
We got to be close to that coming out this year, right?
They polished Tears of the Kingdom for a year.
And
that had to be all physics. Like the fact that this game remembers what every movable piece of stuff does for however long. That's got to.
And it just works.
Physics.
There's
Yeah.
no. It's not like buggy. Like the Ultra Hand just works. The
buggy. You can get as many items as you want.
That's true. That's intentional. They wanted us.
I'm wondering if they are so afraid to patch it because they don't want to break what they got going.
Imaginary
Because
Nomad
they
says
have
they're-
what 1.11, right, or 1.1.1. I think
Yeah.
there's been
Something.
2 updates.
I just updated it.
Imaginary Nomad says we're gonna get slow drip of Prime remakes for two more years.
Hey, that's
Kinda
fine.
hope so.
I wouldn't
That's
be
fine.
opposed to that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I know everybody
I
is
need to
wanting.
finish that game too.
They're wanting a new console, and I think we still have a couple of years. Maybe they'll say something in 2024.
Couple of years?
Yes.
Well,
You're wrong.
Why-
You are
why am I-
so wrong on that.
Why? So when do you think it's coming
1
out?
year at most. 1 year.
That's
at most.
that's when the new console is coming out, or when they're gonna announce
Oh
it.
yeah. No, that's when it's coming out.
Sharp has stated they're already working on the screen for the new system, a new handheld system.
What do they have for 2 years? Like they have Pikmin, and then what?
I mean, there's still
DLC.
games that we could possibly
DLC,
see.
No.
We haven't gotten a Donkey Kong game, and I know that's because of Retro is working on Metroid Prime 4, but somebody has to be working on a Donkey Kong game.
According
like-
to the rumors, is it EPD? I think I just looked at this. There was a rumor back in March that Activision started a Donkey Kong game for Nintendo, and then Nintendo took it over. And
What's
this was back
what's
in-
the Odyssey team doing?
Well,
that's what they're saying. That's who they're saying has been working on this since 2018. So the game, the partnership started in 2016. This is the rumor. Okay,
Mhm.
so the grain of salt, but the rumor is that they started in like 2016 working on this open world Donkey Kong game. Then Nintendo, I think it's EPD, took it over in 2018, and that was the Odyssey team. Again, it's one of those rumors from like one of the like one of those like forums, you know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
it was a direct written on a notebook paper and pulled out, you know, like
The Nintendo Switch was revealed in October before it came out, and then it was released in March. I think they're gonna do the same timeline.
You think they completely cut the Switch sales out of the holiday season?
That's what I'm saying, man.
I mean, they did it before. I honestly
Yeah,
don't.
but it was the Wii
I don't think
U,
they
though.
care though. Like I don't. Like, how many more can they sell? How many more can they sell?
I mean, they
They'll-
definitely see the decline in their sales, but I'm sure they're wanting to hit the top selling console.
They still got Redbox.
Like,
Switches
what are the-
out there to
like,
sell.
If they don't have another game, you have Pokemon DLC, which is not going to move units. Pikmin's not going to move units. Mario Kart DLC is not going to move units.
That
What
is
if-
the game that moves units.
What if Pikmin is game of the year?
maybe they just completely revamped the Pikmin series and it's open air. Like you could go up in the sky. You can go into space. You got spaceships
go
in
into
that
space.
game. And you can go down to the depths. We never know. We don't know.
I mean, I don't know if it's going to sell units, but I don't know if it's going to sell units, but it's definitely going to sell. It's probably going to be the best selling Pikmin game so far.
Yeah, what did 3 sell? Do we know?
It's like 3 Deluxe is the best selling one. I think it's like $3 million. 3 million units.
And I know Brian said Arms 2, and I don't know if that was a joke or not, but yeah, definitely need a sequel to Arms. That game is
Switch 3.4
It's-
when it comes out. You know?
So underrated.
Mario has to be there somewhere because there's no way they didn't plan to release a Mario game near the release of the Mario movie. There's just no way.
It was supposed to come out with 3D World and Bowser's Fury, but the movie got delayed.
I just think that and I know this isn't a big deal, but Splatoon does have DLC for another year.
That's not
And
going to
they-
move units though.
What I'm trying to say though is that they probably aren't going to make another console or announce another console until they are completely done with all their
but they
DLC launches. And because why
but
are
they
you going?
can. They'll make
why-
it backwards compatible.
All right, well, Josh, we can just bow out and they can have a communication error. Right here.
Yeah. Communication
Like,
error has taken over NPC.
The Switch 2 or whatever it's going to be is going to be backwards compatible because you can't leave out those people. They made the Wii U backwards compatible with the Wii. You can't leave out the 125 million base.
What?
So it's
I mean,
backwards
the
compatible.
DS had advance an advanced slot, and it
Yeah.
did for a little bit.
yeah, and I agree. Wasn't there like an article? I don't know how long ago it was, but that they are actually having trouble trying to make it backwards compatible, or there would be an issue as to why they could make it backwards compatible. I would have to go and dig, but I thought that was.
You sound like that.
something
It
that
sounds
was-
like you made
was
that one
brought
up.
Oh,
That I made it up.
Yeah.
we're
I would
never
love
going to
it.
be allowed in the same
I would
room
love
again.
if it's backwards compatible. I think that would
I
be
think it has to be at this point.
yeah.
Yeah, so if it's backwards compatible, I'm just assuming that it is. You can release that even when the DLC is not done, like not being completely out, because then you could just shift those people to the new system.
So does Nintendo make 2 SKUs?
They already have 3 SKUs.
No. I mean, Switch games
of-
still come
of
out,
games?
and next console has its own, the Xbox One version of the game and the
No,
Series
I think
X
we
version of the
unfortunately
game.
fall into the requires new that requires the new 3DS type titles, maybe.
Imaginary Nomad said new 3DS would like to have a word with you, Johnny.
About what?
Backwards compatibility?
I mean, it does, doesn't it?
It doesn't.
It doesn't have DS backwards
the
compatibility.
New 3DS will play DS games.
It
I
does.
3DS
I
is a
guess I
different
was thinking.
console than DS.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking like Game Boy Advance.
No, Game Boy Advance went away at DSi.
But
Yeah.
DS has backwards compatibility with the GBA. The Wii had backwards compatibility with the GameCube.
The GameCube was not backwards
the Game Boy
compatible with
Advance
the
was
60
short-lived
Yeah.
backwards compatibility because as soon as they upgraded the hardware just a little bit, it went away. That's why those old original DSs are. They're
All
sought
I'm
after.
saying is that we've been playing Tears of the Kingdom. Everybody,
Oh, yeah,
check
what-
your
what's
play
everybody's
hours.
hours check. We need to have an hours check here.
I'm at 55.
I'm booting mine up.
I don't. You guys will have to tell me. I don't have my Switch around me.
I'm 100%ed, so it's got to be probably.
Right.
I saw some small ant 100% it in 139 hours.
Oh, I believe
That's,
that.
that seems not possible.
Oh man, I'm at 80 hours.
Was
Based
that on
on-
PC and they had some kind of Korok?
Yeah,
glitch
because
so they
based
could, like,
on-
see all of them.
How many Koroks are on in the game? I don't think it's possible.
Oh, he's saying 100% with even the Koroks?
100% with the Koroks. Yeah.
So
Wow.
I've worked my full-time job for 2 weeks, and I've played this game like a full-time job for 2 weeks.
Brian says, I know this is to me, you've never 100%ed a game.
Except for that
Wah,
Kirby game.
wah.
That's
Yeah, except
not
for the
true.
Kirby game.
That's not true. I have 100%ed Super Mario World numerous times. My save files, all 100%.
Cheesy, you're at 70 hours.
Yes. Okay, but just going back to Tears of
Josh
the
is
Kingdom real
35.
quick and the Switch, I think it does show that even though this console is 6 years old, Tears of the Kingdom is running flawlessly. Like there are some issues. I agree. I even said it last week.
Draw
But, like,
distance-
compared-
draw distance
Go to
is a lot better
Kakariko
than I thought it was
Village.
gonna be.
Then tell me it's flawless.
The what?
Kakariko Village. And
Is it always
That is-
raining there right now? Like I feel like I go there and it's always
I
raining.
don't know. I feel like it's always raining. But I would not say that that's running flawless.
I agree.
It
Okay,
runs-
flawless wasn't the right word. I even said that I didn't think that it
It's running
was
very
flawless. Yeah, it's running better than like most games that are on Switch, but like do you blame the console? Or do you
Yes.
blame the developers that don't know how to make games for the Switch?
I think it's both.
No, in-house developers are wizards when it comes to their own hardware,
Mhm.
and we've said that for a while. Look at the water in Paper Mario, or
Love it.
I mean, Monolith Soft is second party kind of, but like they have some they help build in-house stuff because they help with Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. I mean, Xenoblade for the size that it is runs pretty well, has pretty quick load times. I've noticed what they've done to kind of hide draw distance when it comes to when you're in the sky. It's really really far away initially. You come through the cloud or like the base layer where you're getting closer to the earth, and it goes hazy for a little bit, and it pretty much buffers the load by going hazy. And then as soon as you dip into what would be the ceiling max for surface level,
Mhm.
everything kind of pops into focus a little bit, and the draw distance gets a whole lot better. And I mean, it does some pretty cool stuff. I've jumped from, I've done the 3 labyrinth puzzles, and those are ground, sky, and depths. And you go from the sky after you've done the base level, you go to the sky, and then you go down to the depths, and it has you jump, and you go all the way through. And I mean, I've noticed like the depths are dark for a reason, so that it doesn't have a lot to load in as you're falling through there. You have a tunnel that you're falling through for a while, but they have creative ways to kind of hide this stuff as it's going through. It's a lot more entertaining than squeezing through a tight little hole in Jedi Survivor
I'm not-
or God of War.
I'm not saying it doesn't run. Like, it runs perfectly fine for what you want it. It definitely hasn't deterred me from playing, but it could run better.
Yeah. I
It
mean,
could
Survivor
run
could run
60
better.
FPS.
I mean,
there's a lot of games that
about
could
any
run
game.
better today.
Yeah, but I would actually trust Nintendo with their console, if it's a more powerful console, to actually get something to work the way it should be. So, like, if they have a more powerful Switch, I would think that Nintendo would be able to get it to 60.
Yeah, if there's more under the hood, if they're not working with an Android tablet from 2015. Yes.
It'll be an Android tablet from 2017. Let's be real.
So like, we are all playing, like, this is a pessimistic view, but it happens all the time. So we're all playing Tears of the Kingdom now.
Mm-hmm.
What about in a month from now?
I still think I'm playing
Pikmin
it.
4, of course.
Or like, even like, it's in the mainstream right now, but Diablo 4 comes out next month. Street Fighter comes out next month.
Final
Like,
Fantasy 15.
does it have the lasting power to, like, people are going to buy it for the holidays, but does it have the lasting power to maintain the Switch until something else comes out?
Breath of the Wild came out in March 2017. We got Champions Ballad December of 2017. Yes.
I think we got the first piece, maybe not the second.
Well, yeah,
piece.
it was something
That was during
out
the Game
now
Awards.
at the Game Awards, right?
Yeah.
Like I forget what it was, but
It was
I
like
think
little
it was the
treasure-
motorcycle, and
It was
and
the master
whole-
mode. It was the master mode.
master mode. There was like the treasure chests. That's how you got the Switch shirt. The
It was
Korok
the Trial
mask.
of the Sword. Trial of the Sword.
Yeah.
So I mean, I see stuff like that coming out holiday this year.
Yeah, but they also had Mario Odyssey in 2017.
Well, we got Pikmin.
All right. So what you're saying?
Pokemon
Like,
DLC, don't forget it.
Yeah, that actually will, like, people will play that. I'll play that.
Crawler
yeah.
wall.
So
Too greedy. Too
we're
greedy.
we're assuming, like, just in this conversation, you guys are assuming that they announce something here soon. According to Johnny, it would be like in October. I think that the best time would do it would be like September, because they have the Nintendo World, or what is it called?
Nintendo Live.
Nintendo Live.
at PAX West.
Yeah.
Well, like, September and October are like right next to each other. And I think that's at like the end of September. So it's close enough. It's the
Okay.
fall.
I mean, how long has it been since the newest Mario experience
February was the last direct.
But the newest Mario experience was Bowser's Fury. And how long ago was that?
So last year or 2 years ago?
Don't know. If only we knew.
If there was only a way to tell.
2021? I feel like that was 2021.
2021, February 12th, 2021. So
because Kirby was last year.
It's been
more than
2 years
ago. Like
over 2 years.
Where is a Mario title?
What are they doing? It's launching alongside the next system. That's the only logical explanation. Like they're not gonna put it. They released Tears of the Kingdom because they announced Tears of the Kingdom for the Switch. They're not gonna release a Mario game on the Switch. Or it could be like it could straddle. It's probably gonna straddle.
Yeah, I was gonna say Breath of the Wild being on Wii U and Switch seems like moving forward for the next year. We'll probably see games on both. But this is where current gen has stumbled the most. They are trying, like the last gen has been holding back the current gen. So
this year we're finally starting to get titles that are PS5, Xbox Series only.
Here's a question.
Great.
Even if Tears of the Kingdom does straddle the next console, I don't like that phrasing, straddle. If it is attached to the next console, are people going to play it? Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, look at the Explorers edition of Breath of the Wild. That's the edition I picked up because I picked up my Switch when I got Odyssey. I played Odyssey first. I knew that I wanted to put some time into Breath of the Wild,
but you didn't play Breath of the Wild first,
huh?
What I'm saying is, like, are people going to play it again?
Like, Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom?
Tears of the Kingdom. Because what happened with Breath of the Wild is they both came out at the same time, Wii U and Switch. So people had the option of either picking up a Wii U or picking up the Switch title, and they put their hours into one of those games. So if we do get a Tears of the Kingdom that maybe looks better, do you think people, even though it may look better, may run better, do you think people are going to play through it again?
Yes.
It just needs a little bit of exclusive content.
Yeah, and also like it might not even be a whole separate purchase like it was for the Wii U. It could be like an upgrade path, like the PlayStation 5 games were doing.
Or they could take an Xbox approach and you could just put it in and it would work.
Or, yeah, you just get an updated version.
Yeah, right.
That's what third place does. $1 for every title on the Wii U.
I also think like people are waiting for a more powerful console to pick up Tears of the Kingdom.
What do you mean they're waiting? This is the biggest Zelda game.
Yeah, but there are people out there that are not picking it up because of how it runs.
I mean, maybe.
What people are these?
Yeah, they're missing out.
I mean, there's people that are also playing it on PC because they want it to run better. And based on the comments that I've gotten on my videos, there are people waiting, or there are people that don't want to play it on the Switch.
Yeah, I saw Linus from Linus Tech Tips or whatever. He was on his podcast. He said, I bought it on the Switch, but that's mainly just so I can be guilt-free playing it on PC. But I don't know.
I think the 10 million is misleading as well. I think Terrence on Twitter, I forget, or T-Polk.
Yes,
not sure,
something like that. Yeah,
but he had a good point that it's going to be front heavy. So people that wanted to purchase it right away have already purchased it, and now it's just going to slow down.
Of course, well, everything slows down after an initial wave, but a strong opening like that, I mean, Are you just trying to
No,
pat yourself on the
I'm
back
still
for you
okay
thinking
with
that
the.
it's going to be under 20 million?
I'm
units?
still okay with the under 20 million. I'm still okay with that.
I think I saw sales drop 73% from the first week.
So so that's still 3 million, right? Because 30% of 10 million is 3 million.
I don't know.
So
You're the accountant.
we're
so-
looking at like 13 million right now. If that's the case.
I think what would be cool is if we saw some new original IP, because I know Furukawa was talking about how there was going to be new IP, and that's something that we haven't seen yet. And maybe that is
It's on the next console.
they threw that idea
that's
aside.
risky to do new IP on a new console, though.
I don't know, not with
I think
the
if
power they
Nint-
have now.
Nintendo is the one that can do it, though.
Just so you guys know, the item duplication glitch supposedly has been patched.
Oh, I didn't want to update it just because of that. But
Yeah.
now
So it appears to have patched the
Nintendo,
duplication
stop
glitch
being-
in version 1.12. You can prevent your game from updating by disabling automatic updates in the settings menu.
I updated, but I'm still in the game, so I'll go make some stuff.
I'm gonna have to test this out. Dang it! I just got a Lionel part that I wanted to. I think we should talk about how good Tears of the Kingdom is now. I
mean,
feel like it was a little bit of a downer.
Kind of just talking
for-
about random stuff now, but like,
I don't think it was a downer. We were
potato.
just speculating when a new console is coming out.
I think one thing worth noting is what this game has done is like there's not one news place not talking about it,
Mhm.
right? Like, and it's not just like, oh, here's our review, here's this. It's no, what are people creating? What are I looked at a Nintendo Life article today that was all about like a Metal Gear Rex or something. I don't even know what this
I
thing
saw that,
is,
yeah.
but like it looks sick, right?
Yeah.
Like we're gonna get to the point. I believe that we're gonna get to the point with Tears of the Kingdom that this is gonna be the new, like, remember when people would do artwork with Mii's? Like they would like get super creative with all their. I have a feeling we're not only gonna see like eventually like mechs walking around in this game, but also like just people doing artwork. That's essentially what this piece was, and it looked great. It couldn't walk yet, but
Yet I
Life
saw
will find a way.
saw somebody made a TIE fighter and an X-wing,
That's
like
cool.
and I'm over here, I'm just putting 4 wheels on a piece of wood. That'll do. That'll work.
I have a
At the
clip
same-
coming out. It's not good, guys. I put a fan on a piece of wood with 2 hooks, and I was like, onward, and I did not go anywhere. So I'm like, don't
It was
worry,
too
I've got
heavy. Those
3
hooks are heavy.
rockets. So I put 3 rockets on the side, stood on the thing, swung my giant.
And it just the rocket shot out of the.
Oh no. I destroyed the wood that I was standing
You
on.
did it
The
with an
rockets launched to nowhere, and the fan pushed the things until the battery came out, and then it hit me in the face while I was just
Oh my
standing
God.
there looking. I was
Arrows
like,
are your friend for wooden creation.
pro tips, I guess. But no, I mean, just being in the news cycle, like this game is doing what I love when games, like when this happens in gaming, where a lot of people are talking about it. There's hype in the air. It's like the way it was with Animal Crossing. Like it's just it's the best parts of gaming is right now, and it's the worst is when these games come out and Redfall. All everybody talked about was the
Gollum
false
today.
advertising. Gollum today, just
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, it's these moments that like we should be having more of them. But what Nintendo did, delaying the game and spending that much time with it. Imaginary says, watching Tears of the Kingdom TikToks are making me feel like I'm playing this game wrong. Yeah, there you go.
For me,
I feel this.
I feel like that is it's a positive because the game can be played any way you want. So even though like you're seeing people create these mechs and just whatever kind of creation they can think of, I don't feel overwhelmed the way that I did with Animal Crossing.
Mhm.
Because with Animal Crossing, that is like kind of the point of the game, is just to build on your island, and people are showing off their island, but like you don't have to build in Breath of the Wild.
Or
So-
even puzzle solving, like you
Yeah.
can do it however you want. Like I did one of the temples last night, and there were 4 things at the top of the temple that I think I was supposed to use to do certain things,
Mhm.
and I did it without. I googled it this morning because I was like, what were those there for? And I didn't do it right, but I did it in a way that worked. I got through it in one night, and I did it, and I didn't look anything up when it came to that. But like, yeah, you can puzzle solve kind of your own way, and it's. I'm watching Josh play this last weekend. It's like, I don't think that's how I was supposed to do it, but it worked. Like that's the
Mhm.
whole mantra of this game.
Yeah.
Why do I turn everything into an elevator thanks to recall? I don't know, but I do.
It's just much easier to maneuver when you're in the air. So I just fast travel to towers,
That's
and I
what I
just
do.
shoot up
Yeah.
from a tower just to. It's just easier to see
Mhm.
like what is around me and what I want to do.
It's a lot
Especially
easier
the,
now
the
with an air bike and almost max batteries as well, just to go flying wherever you want to go.
Cheater.
Cheater, cheater.
I hope they delete your save.
Yeah, you get
I'm
banned.
not hurting anybody. I'm not hurting anybody.
Single player game.
They already took it out. I mean, but the comment I saw on Reddit was like, they already found 8 last week. I'm sure there's gonna be more.
Yeah, I'm sure. If I go into TikTok right now, it'll be like new duplication glitch on 1.1.2.
So I know we're what, 80, 70, 60,
I'm 55.
55, 35.
100%.
Yeah. Have you got I know Johnny has it. Have you guys found auto build?
No.
No. That's pretty fun once you get it going, at least. Like
See, that one's interesting. I don't know if it's a quest. Or
it
if you're
is.
just
You
supposed to,
talk
like,
you talk
stumble
Joshua
upon
and
it.
Robbie, and they send you on a quest in the depths.
Mm.
So I just like kind of stumbled upon it, and it like triggered it.
That's the thing. Any like I did something to a skeleton in Death Mountain area. I put an eye, like a rock that was supposed to be an eyeball for a skeleton, back in. It made a noise, and I was like looking around for somebody to talk to. You can solve quests and puzzles when somebody hasn't given you the quest or the puzzle yet, and then when you eventually find them to talk to them, Link does that whole explanation motion that he does,
Mhm.
and you tell them that you already did the thing, and they're like, "Okay, good job. Here's your thing."
I wish he would like actually talk to them or something.
He's a mute.
No, he's
Silent
speaking.
protagonist.
He's
It's a
speaking to
silent.
them. We
Yeah,
just
he
don't hear
actually is speaking in the game because he's like doing the motions.
Yeah, I mean maybe that's sign language.
it. His arms are
No,
just out like
it's
this all the time.
it's a trope. I'm sorry to break it to you. There's a silent protagonist trope.
Well, I mean, I've seen people say that he is actually talking, but do we know that for sure?
I mean,
Or is
how
he-
he's
he's
explaining
explaining it to
things
like
to them.
the characters. Yeah.
Have
And,
you ever
like-
talked to a
Like
toddler?
if I was like you're not gonna know what I mean with that.
If
Well,
you're
no,
a
because I
parent,
don't
you
know
will.
what you mean anyway. So, but I think maybe it's different for Hylians. I
Crawler,
don't know.
you
We
have a
don't know their
toddler.
world.
Do I have a what?
You have a toddler. You know what it's like,
Yeah,
right?
You learn to interpret, but yeah.
Oh, I
But,
have been seeing like a bunch of the edits of like cutscenes and stuff. They're like emotional when they have
Yeah, all the
them all together.
geoglyph
Mhm.
cutscenes. Like, I strongly recommend people go do that if they don't want stuff. Kind
I
of.
was not prepared.
I'm starting to see minor TikToks. People aren't spoiling it, but they're showing kind of if you know kind of TikToks out there. So it's good to go expose yourself to that. I think here in like probably maybe next week or week after, we can maybe start talking about some of this stuff. But
I'll
I
probably
know,
beat it this weekend. Like I'll probably actually beat the main story this weekend.
I say I have a new I finished my 4 corners, so I think I have a.
You
after
finished
the-
your 4 same cutscenes.
Yeah, so I was setting you up for that, Johnny, because I know you wanted to talk about it.
Yeah,
But-
no,
I finished my 4th temple last night, and that's all Johnny's been talking about in our private conversation. It's like it's the same damn cutscene.
it's the same
And
cutscene.
It was glaringly obvious. Like it's I'm the sage of this, and you found my secret stone, and you must protect. And it's the same. It's
And
the
then I was
exact same
there
cutscene.
too, 4
Mm.
times.
Yeah,
It's even like before you even get to the cutscene where they hear a noise and they're like, "What? Did you hear that?" And it's the same thing for each
find me, come find me.
region. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, that
And
annoys me.
I will say, like, I was kind of down on wind and water last week. Like, those are the 2 I had done before the show.
For temples
Yeah.
or okay.
And I would say getting to those 2 was more fun than the actual quote unquote temple. But then I did fire and lightning this last
Mhm.
week, and those actually felt like proper Zelda dungeons. Like not in the sense that find the compass, find the keys, find all that kind of stuff, but like
Mhm.
actual proper puzzles to get from one area to the next. The fire temple has like 5 floors or something like that.
Yeah.
The electric temple has, I think, just as many. It's a lot more condensed, but it was a good actual proper puzzle. I felt like the 2 other ones were more free form, like free open to the elements kind of deal.
Yeah.
And the whole climb anything, do anything you want kind of aspect of this game allowed you to kind of bypass some of the puzzles going from one section to the other in the actual temple.
Mhm.
So being the other temples, like it felt like old school Zelda a little bit.
I wonder though, you bring up a good point if that is the reason why we don't get traditional dungeons anymore is because they know that you can go about it any way that you want. Whereas original dungeons, you only had one way to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like they found a way by putting the other 2 temples not in the sky, like kind of the
Mhm.
divine beasts were kind of out in the open, just this thing that you had to do.
Yeah.
If they put you in a confined enough space, they can kind of force your hand as to how they want you to.
They
puzzle
kind of do
solve.
it with the shrines. Like there's shrines where they force you to use certain abilities. So they could have
But-
done something like that.
And
But again,
there's walls that you can't scale in this game. So I mean, they could make walls inside temples so you can't climb them.
I hear what you guys are saying, but I think it just takes away from the game, even that moment, because dungeons are going to take a long time or should take a long time to figure out. And if people are getting frustrated that they can't play the game, they can't play this part of the game like they do with the rest of the game, that might turn them off to it a little bit.
I don't think people are too happy with the temples. I think they are still just like the divine beast.
You come back to me next week after you've done
Okay.
the 2 that I just did this week.
I'm sure I'll be done with all of them because I already
Mhm.
am.
Which one are you going to start with? Do you know?
That's a good question. I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do next. My recommendation for the game, if you guys are picking it up late, is do the do I did like 32 shrines. I did all the towers, and then I did all the memories, right? Or the
Yeah.
what are they, the
Geoglyphs.
The
the
geoglyphs.
geoglyphs, yeah. And my chat recommended doing them in order, which I kind of did them a little bit out of order, but
You can go back and watch the cutscenes in order. I kind of
Yeah.
almost want to sit down and do that.
Yeah, and I don't
I
know.
look at my phone while they play. So
Jeez. Wonder why you don't like story.
the
Never pay attention anyway,
The
so-
story is still like Ganon bad. Find Zelda.
I'm kind of curious as to how quickly the Gerudo women turned against Ganondorf. Like, they're like, we must defeat the Demon King. It's like, he's he's a Gerudo like you. Like I don't get it.
Hmm.
Nate says story is boring. There you go,
Exactly.
with the laugh emoji. So, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm kind of, I don't know. I had a really good time going and finding certain armors and stuff like that. Like, I
That's what
don't
I've been
see
doing this week.
myself
fun.
rushing through this game. Like, I see myself just like, but I don't want to get so like I haven't touched it since I streamed like on Monday, I think, and it's Thursday now. So I'm like probably when we wrap up, I'm gonna fire it up and play for a little bit while we do our like just post show chatting just to get back into it a little bit. But
I mean, I still have so much of the depths just to uncover.
I haven't even
Mhm.
been there. I haven't even stepped foot in them. I don't even know. Like, I assume it's those spots on the map that have some red and stuff, but I
Mhm.
haven't. I have not even. I haven't even gone down there yet. Like, I had a ton of fun the other night. There's a shrine that a handful of people in the chat were like, "Oh, I had a hard time with this one." And you essentially have these little wallies with you, and you just have to fight a bunch of the constructs.
Yeah.
Oh, is it the
And
proving grounds? You don't have any
You don't have
armor and
any.
stuff?
Yeah, you don't have any armor. And I'm like, all right, guys, we're doing this. And I only had 4 hearts. I hadn't upgraded anything yet.
That's impressive.
And so I'm like, we're doing this. And they did a poll in chat. Everybody's like, no, you can't pull it off. And so I did it a few times, and it wasn't looking good. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna be a little more patient. And I hit my wallies, let them do their thing. You wouldn't know who they are, John. You haven't seen the movie. And then I had pulled my bow out, and instead of shooting the enemy, I shot another wally, and they literally all fought the wallies. And then I just went and released more wallies on them, beat the level. My chat was like, that doesn't count. I'm like, come on. Like, they were
That's
all
not, that's
formally
how you're supposed to
losing.
do
Don't
that
hate the
one.
player, hate the game. I mean,
Yeah. So I don't know.
yeah.
I was
There's like 5 or 6. Like there's 2 that they give you at the very beginning of that shrine,
Mhm.
but then
Mhm.
there's like 3 or 4 scattered throughout. That
Well,
are
I
ready
attached
to
a
go.
cannon to one, and he was absolutely destroying. I was like, this is the Wally I'm here for. Like, let's
I
go.
love the proving ground ones, the ones where they strip you of all your armor and
Mhm.
weapons.
Yeah.
Because there was that one island in Breath of the Wild that they did that, and that was like one of my favorite parts of that game. So yeah, these proving ground ones they're just fun. They're
Yeah.
Your weapons, you will not need them.
But do you get any of the Zonai charges and stuff? That
I
you
don't think
collect?
so.
Yeah,
No.
that's the biggest gripe I have with that. But not that.
Yeah.
Like, just duplicate it.
How many did you duplicate, Crawler?
Zonai charges? I haven't. I actually haven't.
What about the Zonite? How much you
Yeah,
duplicated that?
I need what? I need 15, 30, 45. I need 70 more large Zonite
Oh
to
my
max out my
goodness.
battery.
Cheater.
And those mines restock every day, so you just have to go sleep and then you can go back.
Oh, I thought
and
it was
I thought it was every blood moon.
Blood
but it's
Moon.
not.
Yeah, that was Blood Moon.
Every day.
I fought
he has new.
I don't know what's spoiler and what's not a spoiler,
What Gleox?
but not the. Oh, I did fight a Gleok. Yeah, and I beat a Gleok.
Which one?
the-
The one on
I,
the
I
bridge?
saw my first Lionel, and I was like, peace.
Yeah, the line. Yeah, I beat a Lionel like on the surface, and then I found one in the depths.
I
and
found
that
in the
one was-
depths,
that
and he
one was
he
fun.
rock crusted.
Yeah, he was
And I-
rock crusted, and then like you had to break the rock, and then you could do damage to him.
Yeah.
That was a fun
Dang.
fight.
Yeah.
I love the like the mini bosses. Like the Gleok was pretty fun. The Lionels, I enjoyed playing against them.
I would have loved to have been surprised by crusted rock, Lionel. Man,
I haven't found any yet, but I've heard that
I won't
Temple
tell you where
boss.
he is.
temple bosses
Okay.
spawn down in the depths after you've beaten them.
Oh.
In all the enemies in the depths, they have that gloom stuff on them. So whenever
Mm-hmm.
they hit you, you get gloom damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your heart's deplete.
And my most powerful weapons are from Phantom Ganons, so they have gloom damage on them. They hurt me.
Yeah,
I
I farm
have-
those all the time.
Yeah, I have the mask.
Spoilers.
it's supposed to be no gloom damage, or it negates gloom damage. But I was walking through gloom and I was still taking it, so I think it just erases it off your heart. You can still take the gloom damage and it'll eat your heart, and then the mask or the armor that you have will just free up the heart from being permanently damaged, so you can then heal back up. But there's lots of just different mini boss areas in the depths to go
What
find.
was I think it was like back in 2019 they had like Nintendo Championship or something like that. And I think that would be so cool if they did some kind of either speed run of Tears of the Kingdom, or maybe it is Master of the Sword or Trial of the Sword.
They had
that-
shield
that-
surfing as part of that that Nintendo World Championships, whatever that year that was. They had a snow
That's right.
shield surfing
Yeah.
part of the.
Yeah. I don't think that's going to be part of Nintendo Live, but I wish that they were doing things like that.
All right, quick little fun fact before we wrap it up here. Today in Nintendo history is something I've started doing, right, daily.
Mhm.
Today was a special day, you guys. Today,
May 25th.
yeah, today was a special day. I had it up right here. It is the day that Reggie became president of Nintendo of America.
Wow.
What year? Do you have that year?
I think it was 2006. Give me 1 second. I'll get it right now. Here we go. And 2006,
the
Reggie
Wii.
Fils-Aimé became president of Nintendo of America.
Yeah, it was right. Yeah, it was right after the Wii came out.
Before, right? Because
Also-
No, Wii came out in 2006.
That was 2000.
2006.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess it was right before the Wii.
Also, Conquers Bad Fur Day in 2001 in Australia.
Mm.
Bionicle Heroes in Europe for the Wii in 2007, as well as Mario Strikers Charged Football for the Wii in Europe, and Final Fantasy Fables Chocobo Tales released in Europe for the DS in 2007. So it was a big day in 2007 for Nintendo games.
What's your guys' favorite Reggie memory? Do you have one?
Has to be the Reginator in the One Direct.
That was good. The puppets were also fun.
Yeah, the
Puppets
puppets
are
were
good.
fun. Oh, the robot chicken.
Robot
Skit.
Chicken is good too.
He laser eyes like somebody that asked about Mother 3.
Well, and that has lived on as just a meme for forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Laser
I just think
Eye
it's
Reggie.
funny that like he came on and he started cursing. Nothing like too vulgar, but he started cursing, and that's not really like Nintendo's brand, or you know, they toned it down, but they were trying to compete with Xbox and Sony at the time and trying to look cool.
I wish Doug
Wait,
Bowser
Reggie was
would get a little
cursing?
more.
Yeah. Wait, what?
I never knew that.
What's that line he has that I'm all about? My name's Reggie. I'm
I
about
remember.
games and kicking butt. Censored.
Oh. I thought he was dropping F-bombs.
No,
That's
no.
all.
But I mean, even that is kind of a F-bomb for Nintendo. You know what I mean? Like we just never really.
Have you seen
But
Bayonetta?
my name is Reggie. I'm all about kicking ass, taking names, and we're about making games.
Yeah, there it is.
That's
there it
pretty
is.
good. They should have kept that as their. I think they would have got a more mature audience if they kept that.
That's
Yeah,
what I mean. They were trying to go for that.
The other, it's a little side note, but I don't know if you guys saw the Nintendo Power podcast is no more.
We took them out. We took them down.
Yeah,
They're like, we
Nintendo
can't
NPR
compete.
died. Shocker.
their last episode was bookended with they started with Breath of the Wild and ended with Tears of the Kingdom.
I thought it was just because there's so much in Tears of the Kingdom. They're like, we don't want to talk about it.
They just want to play.
Yeah.
No, I think so. They're rebranding for when they reveal the new system in October.
Okay.
Or we could just hope that Nintendo people call our people and we'll work something out.
I don't know. After
I will shill for you, Nintendo. I will report those people that are playing on emulators for you,
Oh.
Nintendo.
You'll send in the ninjas. Send them all in. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're here with us live, we appreciate you. We do this on Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. We know it is late, but we love you. And I am going live. I'm shooting for Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific for the Nintendo News Minute on Twitch and YouTube, all the places. So, and TikTok as well. So thank you guys so much for everything. And we will see you in the next one. Bye now.